Hi, my name is Alan Kaufman, and I live in Arlington, Massachusetts, and I'm a friend of Orlando's. And he asked me to talk to you a little bit about a work that he's presently putting on called Appalachian Spring. It's a um, it's a work that was commissioned um, to Aaron Copland in 1942. And by Martha Graham. And Martha Graham had this idea of doing a ballet based on an American theme. And he thought that Copeland would be the perfect person to do it. And he worked on it. Copeland worked on it over the war and during the war in 1943 to 1944. He finally completed it. And it was originally performed at the auditorium of the Library of Congress. Now, the name of the tune was originally Ballet for Martha. And shortly before its first performance, Martha Graham thought that it'd be better if it had a different name. So she thought of the name Appalachian Spring based on a poem from Thomas Hart Crane, um, a poem that the in Crane's poem, Appalachian Spring didn't even mean the season spring. It meant a flowing body of water. Copeland was kind of surprised at when people came up to him after a performance and said, you know, it evokes Appalachia so beautifully, and thank you for that. And he found that amusing because that was not his intention really. Um, and so the tune has a melody. "'Tis a gift to be simple," which is a shaker melody. And again, this had nothing to do with Appalachia, but just as uh, um, let me show you. Let me show you what it might sound like if it was played on a fiddle. Um, there you go. But again, has nothing to do with Copeland. Copeland, on the other hand, in another one of his works for a choreographers for rodeo, he used in the hoedown portion. He actually used a transcription based on a Library of Congress recording of a Kentucky fiddler by the name of W.H. Stepp. So in that case, there is a clear connection, actually, to Appalachia, even though the opera is called rodeo. But this is what it would sound like. Okay, so that's a tune that Copeland used, but for a different ballet. Okay, so um, another actually getting back to this other Appalachian Spring, a strange connection that I have with it is the orchestral suite for Appalachian Spring was first recorded by Sergei Koussevitzky. um, with the Boston Symphony Orchestra. Now, this Koussevitzky actually was a relative of Moshe Koussevitzky, who was the cantor at my bar mitzvah. So indirectly, that's where I get a tie-in as an Appalachian fiddler in Boston to Appalachian Spring. I hope that was fun, and I'm excited about this particular piece and can't wait to hear it. Thank you.